ACBLscore Plus. This is what ACBL has. We're going to do a quick demo, same thing that we did a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to go ahead and create a new tournament. So I've got a brand new clean tournament. I'm going to create the Atlanta Regional. That's going to be in the city of Atlanta. It's a regional. I'm typing unit number. I can actually type in the unit number, and it automatically knows which district I'm in. So if we change districts, change units, it knows which district it's in. I'm going to tab through, select regional, go ahead and create the tournament. So we've got a brand new tournament. We're going to create a brand new pair event, and we'll stratify it so it's 0, 2500, 750. We'll start that event, and we'll just create the simple defaults of 13 table Mitchell. Go ahead and do name entry. Now I can enter using the ACBL numbers, so that's my ACBL number, and it knows who I am. I can type in somebody's name, and it gives me a selection of the different names. I can type in some letters, and then it will give me the defaults of what's available. So if I type in Eric, it's too many, type in the D. Now I've got a list of choices, and I can still type in some more, and it will narrow them down so I can select Rodwell. So I can select different players. And notice it automatically changed them to be in the auto-flighted into the C category. And same thing with this player. At the moment they're going to be in A, but if I add an A player, they auto-flight to A. So it's doing auto stratification. Just type in a name at random and see what comes up. I'm just going to have the software fill in the rest of the names so we don't waste too much time on name input. But that's selecting the names. Little bug, it needs to do a refresh. So we've got a nice collection of A's, B's, and C's in there. Now we're going to go ahead and score it. We can either score it manually, so that's, I've deliberately left one blank there, and explain why in a minute. So we can score 20. We always skip the trailing 0. If we try and enter an invalid score, it'll say that north-south cannot be plus 50. I can type in 10 and it will come as 100. I can type in 10 minus. All these various shortcuts which are in the system. I can do average, average plus, and I'm just going to fill in the rest of these scores fairly quickly. It will catch an invalid score. Now I've nearly finished all of round 1. Notice round 1 over here is blue. As soon as I enter the final score for round 1, so I'm going to hit tab or enter, doesn't matter. Watch what happens to round 1. Software knows all the scores are entered for round 1. So on the right hand side we've got some status information. I'm going to have the software randomly pick scores for the other 13 rounds. So this is very useful because I could click on any of these and I could go look at the results for board 3. And here's board 3. If I want to look at north-south pair 3, I can look at their results. Let's go ahead and calculate the master points for this event. So it's going through, it's scoring it, ranking it, master pointing it, and those are the master points that have been won. Well, clearly something's wrong there because, you know, north-south 1 and 2 should have done a lot better than that. So we can actually look at the results. This is an output. It shows how well everybody did. Results output similar to ACBLscore. If needed, we can actually output the old This is what ACBLscore generates. So if we needed to do some comparisons with scraping, you can see there the result of the average plus, and the scores got done. Well, as I say, clearly the scores were wrong. So what we need to do is we'll go to north-south pair 2, and that was clearly a scoring error. It should be 1200 the other way, and that should have been 200, and that should have been 400 the other way. That should be 200, 200, 200, 2000, 200. So made some scoring corrections there because not everybody gets the bridge mix. Right, so there we go. I am going to recalculate the master points, which will rescore it, which will re-rank it, and now, oh surprise, north-south pair 2 all of a sudden is winning the event, just as we'd expect. So that is a pair event from start to finish, nice simple one at a tournament with scoring, ranking, and master points.